Because I think you could reasonably argue that the poorest of the poor, those most directly affected by climate change, are the first to suffer the consequences of environmental degradation and the last to reap the benefits of economic growth. As in the case of many mountains, because of climate change, the Himalayan glaciers and lakes are disappearing. And as a result of that, as early as by the middle of the century, 1 billion people that live on both sides of that mountain range could be suffering from drinking water shortages. What are those 1 billion people going to do? In an even shorter time horizon, it is predicted by the IPCC that as early as 2020, as many as 750 million Africans are going to be suffering water stress and loss of agricultural productivity. Where are those 750 million Africans going to go? Out of the 19 largest urban centers in the world, 16 are in coastal areas, and many of those 16 are in developing countries. Where are those urban dwellers going to go? So while on the one hand, I think that you can say that climate change is an environmental problem looking for an economic solution, there is an equity dimension to this as well. We know from the scientific literature that this problem was caused by industrialized nations over more than 100 years' time. We know that many greenhouse gases stay in the atmosphere for a long time and that they're up there because industrialized nations put them up there. So there is a historic responsibility for industrialized nations to lead. The main problem that I see at the moment is an unbelievable, almost criminal lack of leadership. I see people gathering at international events. I see heads of state and government gathering to express their concern over this issue. But when subsequently their negotiators meet in Bangkok or in Bonn or in Accra, where we will be going in a couple of weeks' time, I don't think those heads of state and government are calling back their negotiators after the meeting and say, so tell me what you did to deliver on the commitment that I have made in New York. I see these high moments of commitment, and then basically we fall back into rather conventional negotiations and haggling over issues that will not take us to the solution that we need. So my main call is would be for accountability, to hold political leaders accountable to what they say at these international events.